a little bit of a darker story time. I'm so excited to be back with story times. I haven't done one in a minute and I really miss it. I've been having a lot of fun like editing vlogs and stuff and like being with my friends and like just filming that stuff. It's been really fun, but I miss just the story time. Like I just miss telling you guys. And the change of like background. This is the only place I could film right now, and I know it's like not ideal for like this kind of dark story time, but this is like my little sister's room, so there's like Shopkin curtains and like pink and fun and like fuzzy toys up there, so just kind of try to ignore that. I'm sorry, like if you guys like it, it's like fun and wholesome, but like like this is kind of a dark to the timeline of when I was about 14 or 15 years old. My sister was 12 to 13 years old. There was just the situation we were in, like the living situation was I lived with my two older brothers. I have four older brothers. I have two older brothers that were living with me at the time. I have my mom and dad, my two younger sisters, and so basically like we all lived in this house. But my brothers, one of them moved out at this time, and the other one was hardly home because he was in high school and he was like really trying to like do his own thing. Actually, I think he graduated at this point, so he was not in high school, but he was like doing his own thing and he was working and stuff, so he like was never really home. But we kind of lived in an area where I was always a little bit paranoid, and just because like I always got like weird vibes off of this house. Like there was nothing wrong with this house. I actually really loved this house, but I was just like always kind of paranoid. Like I always kind of had an underlying like paranoia of like something happening to me in this house, and I don't know why. Like I couldn't, there was at one point that I just could not sleep in this house. I literally had to take like teas, and I had to see a doctor because I could not sleep. I could not sleep, and so I don't know, like this house kind of always gave me weird vibes, but like this I think takes the cake for weird vibes. Yeah, weird vibes. So
we weren't really fighting, but my sister really didn't like me. I was older and she was younger, and she was really like going through a lot of stuff, like being young and being obviously like 13, 14. No, she's not 14. She was like 13 years old, and it was like such a weird time for her and like of transition. And obviously because you're going from like 7th grade to 8th grade to high school, so she was like trying to like figure out the way to transition for her. And I was already in high school. I didn't have a job, but I was already in high school.
And basically, like, one thing that I always did was I always slept with her. I always slept with her. In this house, like, again, I always had that, like, eerie, dark vibe of paranoia that I just could not sleep, like, by myself. And for whatever reason, like, I slept in my own room maybe, like, 5 times, a handful of times. And we lived there for 2 years. And I just literally slept there, like, 5 to like 10 times out of like 365 days out of like 365 days times 2. And literally I just could not find myself sleeping alone, like I'm telling you. So I would always go to sleep with my sister, and I know that she like really hated it, and I know she wanted her own space, but she always let me sleep with her. Like she was pretty nice about it until she wasn't, but then like she was mostly nice about it, and she was always really like understanding that I could not sleep alone. And so I would go to sleep in her room. So the way that her room was, there was a dresser here, her bed was here in this corner, and then in front of her bed there was 2 giant mirrors, and basically those mirrors were the doors to her closet. So her closet looked like this, but in front of this there would be 2 mirrors, not right here, but like right here to cover it. I'll insert a picture of what I'm talking about right here. So this night we were sleeping totally normal. My sister was already asleep, and I used to stay up a lot reading. I still stay up a lot reading, but I used to do it like a lot more. It was a lot more of like something I did to like distract myself. I don't know, I was really like immersed in reading at this time. I still am, but like especially then I was like in such a weird state of mind that I was always reading. And so I would like stay up reading late on my phone all the time. It was constant. It was all the time. So This night we went to sleep totally carefree. Like literally, I was not angry, I was not mad, I was not paranoid. I literally went to sleep like at peace, or like went to bed at peace. You know, like me and my sister didn't fight. We were fine, okay? Everything was like fine in my house. And literally my sister is sleeping next to me, and yes, we slept in the same bed. She always let me sleep in her bed, or like sometimes I would sleep on the floor, sometimes she would sleep on the floor, like however that worked for us. What's up? And but we were always like, most of the time I would just sleep in her bed and she would be fine with it. Basically, she was sleeping right next to me, and she has now told me, she's now explained to me that she was in that stage of like not fully asleep but not conscious. Like really, she was more like she could like still hear things around her, if that makes sense, but she wasn't like fully awake. She was like with her eyes closed and like almost hitting REM sleep. Do you understand? And I was like fully awake. I was on my belly on my phone. My pillow was here, my phone was here, my hands were here, and I was like laying. And literally all you hear, this is all you hear. Here's the kicker. That was not coming from my door. That was coming from inside my closet. Like that, listen, there's a lot of things that I've been afraid of. There's a lot of things that I'm like, I have a fear of, that I used to have a fear of, that I'm definitely not afraid of anymore. But like, this was never one of them. Like I was never afraid of like something being in my closet, you know? Like I've been afraid of the dark. I've been afraid of like, I don't know, like falling off a roller coaster. Like I've been afraid of a lot of things, but like one of them was never something in my closet. So just like hearing 3 knocks from inside of my closet like caught me off guard. First of all, I was in shock. And so I literally remember just like laying there, eyes like wide as like pears. My eyes were super wide, and I literally like I didn't like register until like I understood like completely that like someone was like, or something was in my closet like knocking. And I literally like, when I like finally like understand and register, I like nudge my sister and I'm like, baby, baby, baby. I call my sister baby because she's my baby sister, she's my younger sister, so I call her baby. And I was literally like, baby, 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 did you hear that? And she like turns and she was like, yeah, I heard it. And she tells me, I heard it in my dream. So like she heard it from in her unconsciousness, but like not fully asleep, you know what I mean? Like, and she like opens hers and she's like, it's okay, like just go to sleep. And she's like kind of like calming me down, like it's fine, like you're gonna be okay. I knew she was freaking out inside, but I knew she wasn't gonna be like panicking with me, because if we were both panicking, we would just freak ourselves out even more, you know? So she was like, calm down, like you're gonna be okay, just go to sleep. So literally I lay there and I'm like, okay, you know, it's gonna be okay, like, and I like kind of start praying. I start to like say a prayer to God, obviously, and I kind of calm myself. I like I kind of stop thinking about it, and I'm laying there and I start to read again, like go back to normal. Right next to me at ear level, I hear hard breathing. Not like panting, but like breathing, like someone was breathing next to me. And it was not where my sister was. My sister was right here, and I heard the breathing over here. Like, this is kind of my problem with this whole situation. It was not dark, so I've always been afraid of the dark. Like, one of the things that scares me the most is like the dark, because I'm afraid of things that might be in the dark. This was in like light time. Like I had my light on. My sister, that's one thing that she's never liked, is that I sleep with the light on. I've always slept with the light on, and I literally make her sleep with the light on because I don't like to sleep in the dark. And literally the light was on, the like big ceiling light was on, and there was nothing there. And guys, like it wasn't just like a little knock, like no, like it was like 3 knocks, like hard knocks, so hard that the like mirrored doors were like shaking, literally shaking. I cannot tell you guys how afraid I was. And then the breathing and everything was just like, it made me freak out. But I could not like panic, you know, because I'm supposed to be the older sister. I'm supposed to like have the clearer mind. I should have like taken care of my little sister instead of her taking care of me, but it just was not working out, you know. Like here I was hearing this strange things, you know, and like I don't know, like, so I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Like, do you guys think there was someone in there, something in there? But that's kind of my problem, was my brother, none of my brothers, one of them had moved out at this point and the other one did not. Like, he wasn't, most of the time he spent the night like at his friend's house or like somewhere else. And literally the next morning we asked my mom if my brother was home, and she said no, they hadn't been home. And literally my little sister was asleep. It was late at night, like this was 11 at night. My little sister was what, 6? She was like 6 at this time, so she was not gonna be in my closet at like 11 at night, you know. And like my parents were not gonna play that kind of prank on me because they know how like afraid I am, you know. So it just doesn't make any sense. And like that's something that I've always thought about, like what was in that closet, you know, like what would have happened if I opened the door. And we just did not open that door. Like, thank God I did not open the door, because I did not want to, I don't want to know what was in there. But like you know, like it's just such a weird thought, like what could have been in there. Like I don't know. So that's the story I have for you guys today. Just like let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you guys think was in that closet. Like I am so open to theories, because I have always wanted to know what was in my one, that not even in my closet, in that closet. And like I don't know, I just want to know what you guys think. So that is it for today's video. If you guys want to go on a lighter note, I have other story times on my channel. If you guys want to see some behind the scenes, I have Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. Oh God, I am not a TikTok star, I promise you. I will barely dance. I literally move my hands instead of actually dancing. But if you guys want to follow my sister on TikTok, she is a TikTok star and she will totally make your day by her dumb TikTok. So please go follow her on TikTok if you guys want to see some funny content. Your head's all floating in the middle of my video. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Keep the mans out of your closet.
Bye!